Okay, so this is another NIP-Impact video, NIP-Impact demo review. This was a ESEA match. They actually won on overtime, but it was a very back and forth match. I think that's a good match to analyze because there are a lot that NIP-Impact could have done better, but they also changed very well. So let's basically see what happened. Well, once again, this was a match without Astra, which is the Asial and Oper. While she's not playing, it has been Jenkon, Janica, hopping, and I'm not sure about the IGLing. Eventually missed them, or eventually one of the other players, or they just playing with the flow. Let me say like that. Anyway, this is a pistol round. They lost, I believe. Okay, this is a pistol round. It's not super important. I also believe. Okay, so basically no utility, just some B, and then they planted, got info, shorten market. Having crossfires from NIP-Impact. Yeah, exactly the crossfire there. 2v1. And good kills. 2 people alive. So okay, so this is a very good round. This was a very good round. This first round against Eco. This will not be the best in the world round for the NIP-Impact, and I will show why. I will focus aim point of view and the Kiara. Yeah, okay. So basically, aim is yes. She killed one, killed two, and it seems good. Just showing aim was 20 HP, but all good. It seems quite easy round, and it wasn't the worst round at all. He had one down for Nico. It's not that bad. Although, why do I want to talk about this round? Let's watch it carefully. Well, first Mistem he pushed A, eventually some fake. He got one kill and then he died. He let one very low, it's okay. He gave the cities one gun, but it's fine. More or less fine. But the issue is yeah, this is Kiara, and as you can see, Kiara. Okay, it's not showing, but basically there was one city in here which let aim with 20 HP. There were other NIP-Impact people like jumping out. Kiara went straight. She actually watched this angle, but the guy was here in the corner, and Kiara never. Well, what did it call us? Kiara never watched this box here. They could have done a boost, and if they could have done a boost, the eco could be very good for the cities, because as you could see, Kiara, no, not Kiara, sorry, aim will be 20 HP from this guy in here. He will have the guy with the dual Berettas will enter 20 HP, and there's another guy in here which aim will manage to kill. But imagine that for some reason they make like 3B, or imagine that this guy bench is actually in here, so some setup like this. Imagine that this guy in here let aim with 20 HP and Kiara comes here and plants without watching it. This guy would most likely kill Kiara because like 2-3 headshots while she would be planting, and since aim would be 20 HP from the dual Berettas, imagine the scenario that she would be 20 HP again. those would be 20. Those would be 2 kills that were absolutely not needed. And on eco, every kill is very much appreciated. As you can see, the difference in the economy in here. The guy with the kill had some profit. So obviously it was one death for an NIP, but it could have been way more than one death in here. Because imagine that it was 2 kills. Like imagine that aim was 20 HP and the sights on guy like this guy here and this guy here would manage to kill Kiara while planting and aim in here that was a very low HP. It would be Jenkonen and Naomi that were on ups yet, and it would be basically with those people that it would be a 2v2. But if you can watch, there are 2 people coming market in here, so it would be, if those guys manage to do some damage, it would be 2v2 twice, unless obviously if the cities manage to get 1 kill there. So they Nip Impact Girls made it work, but it could have been way worse for them, just because the player with the C4, in this case it was Kiara, just came to the bomb site, didn't check, so the site wasn't clear at all, and she was already focusing the plant, so it could have been way worse for them. Okay, they made it work, it's all good. And on round 3, the thing that I saw that I personally disliked was some jank on gun switch that happened on B side. So I'm kind of giving the spoiler where she's going to. Whatever. Okay, this was a very good entry, but as you can see, like she instantly, obviously the gun don't used to be that far, but instantly dropped the gun and tried to pick this gun here, and she has 22 HP. The gun is in here. She has a Take 9, and she decided to smoke before getting the gun. And if I scroll a little back, you can see that her Mac 10 still had like 18 bullets, I believe. It was what I watched. No, it was 15, but like she throw the gun to try pick this M4, which it makes sense since she had a Mac 10. Although she had no info that it was safe to do that, and as you can see, whenever she picks the gun, she still had to wait like 1 second or something to get the gun ready to actually shoot, and she basically had a similar mag. But it's just that detail. If they had someone market or that could push one of those smokes, she would be dead for sure, because she wasn't safe. She didn't prepare to get the gun. She just randomly threw the gun. It was like super fast, but still some detail that could have been my punished for her. Although it was like they have 3, they are not really playing this round, just saving all fine. Round 4, what happened here? Okay, what I want to show is, I believe it's also with Janica, or missed them, since I saw he's doing smokes as well. Basically the issue in here, it was NIP Impact team pushing before the smoke pop off. As you can see, like one very fast. Okay, so they decided to go mid. It didn't really work. Let's see what happened there. From the city's POV, obviously, this is the guy that killed them, or most of them. Well, As you can see, the smoke wasn't covering window, and this guy is already killed one, and he's trying to get the other. And then the thing that I disliked was the NIP teamwork in here. As well, Amy is trying to strafing, but that's NIP players fighting mid, and like Aim was looking to the right and Mistem was fighting. So basically, NIP players just baited each other on mid in there. So obviously that's not really the best way to do things. Let me try to. Like there's a flash, one by Harrison. Like they were just going one by one and they were just baiting each other, and obviously they would never win the fight going one by one multiple times, and especially with the bomb. And Naomi, I believe, yeah, Naomi actually would eventually have the site. Obviously, if the cities have the bomb, they would never defend B. But if they had the bomb more safe, no safer spot, they could eventually plan. That's what I mean. But just a very bad round, a very bad decision in there from NIP. And what I wrote in this round was that once again they actually peaked before the smoke pop off. Let me see if there was anything special happening. Was here. Alright. Okay, no, they didn't. They actually didn't peak mid without the smoke being ready. But to be honest, they were extremely passive. They had two people short, and nobody was really putting a fight on window. I'm so sorry. As you can see, they have much utility, and I believe aim also had utility, and they could have thrown like a Molotov. They have from those players, not counting with them, they have like two Molotovs, one EG. When they have two flashes, eventually aim would have more utility, so they could have put more damage because smoke is not a wall, and obviously NIP team knows that with EG you can like momentarily pop off the can momentarily make a hole on the smoke, so you cannot count okay it's smoke, let's just play because it's safe. Anytime you can have people shooting through the smoke or just throwing it on in the smoke and just watching. So obviously I believe they were too passive in here, and in my opinion the worst mistake wasn't even being passive on mid, it was a Kiara's decision. Okay, it was a trade, I cannot judge that, but in here, well, as you can see, she jumped here. Obviously, she didn't have the info that would be the upper, but she had. Look at the utility she has. She can do everything she wants. She has a flash, she has a smoke, she has a molotov, and she's here like. She never thought that the op could have been forward market. It's fine not having that specific info, but if you have utility, if the idea is to get on site, there's absolutely no reason to force this fight or to give a chance to have this fight. She had plenty of utility, and once again, NIP had two players with much utility and used zero, and the bomb is not down. And right now it's a 3v2 with not good conditions. Naomi did a similar thing. I missed it, but I believe she also tried the 1v1 with Yopper. Let me try again. She actually molotov, but it wasn't drained. Kiara shouldn't have done the fight, and Naomi shouldn't have done for two reasons. First, because it's a 2v, already a disadvantage for NIP. Second, because the bomb is not down. And third, because it's an op, so it's one shot, one kill, unless if it's on the legs, obviously. But it's one shot, one kill. There's absolutely no reason to get this fight in here. So I believe this round here, obviously the guy had the credit to pick mid in there and get was it aim in the beginning of the round, and he had credits to hit those shots. But to be honest, I believe it was more NIP playing bad than the guys playing good. Well, it was a 3v1. I know he made a step here. I believe that the guy could have listened. If he can manage to get this up down, it's profit, but I believe. So very bad decision, and in 2 rounds the city are starting to make economy, and they have to just buy whatever, because if they lose they will have no economy, and as you can see missed him. I don't know if he has a gun drop or not, but take 9. As you can see, this is a very poor buy. They have a case and utility of course, but one player um, like as absolutely nothing, as a good pistol, but it's a pistol. In my opinion, it could be actually Naomi dropping the pistol, because he's 1100. I mean, he could have bought more utility or 2 flashes with a Tech 9 price. What I wrote here, not some app Molotov. I believe it was Gencon, and it was a mistake. It was happened. It was, in my opinion, a weight mistake. Obviously, I'm not really complaining with Gencon because he's a very good player. But like, first this knife here this Molotov can never go this way, because well, she has all the time in the world, she has all the space in the world, because actually nobody was blocking her, I believe, from the point of view. Nobody was blocking her, so she has to never do this, because people is burning, and she's actually throwing she's actually throwing another nade to actually try to extinguish. I'm really wondering which nade it was, because well, aim is going to get a nade on the field stuff. So as you can see, they have plenty of utility. They could have done this X, and one mistake from Janik, which happens obviously, completely cost them the round. And they actually had someone mid who could have won much space and eventually flanked them behind. So this was another one that like everything went very bad for them. Like, yeah, info missed them now. Like, there was a lot of utility they could have used, and nobody used the utility, and the ones that people used in that run was like really bad. This was a typical round. I'm not sure if it was the round where actually Kiara saved the round. Or not Kiara, Naomi. Yeah, Naomi. She she gave on round 2, but I'm not sure if it was in this round. Let me watch. My mistake, I didn't watch that. No, it was Kiara. No. Okay, it was the other round, sorry. Okay, anyways, just 1 kill, it's... I'm actually wondering if those rounds with the Deagles playing that spread, I'm not really... I don't know, it's my personal opinion, I'm not really sure if that's the best idea. With the Deagles, I don't know, like... Obviously they are like they are like a gun. They actually do very damage if you hit the shots, but obviously it's the pistol that is harder to actually hit the bullets. Anyways. Okay, in this round I have notes about Gencon info. Let me check what happens here. Oh yeah, I believe it. Okay, underpass. What happened? Yeah, okay, my note with the Gencon, she did nothing wrong, she was playing safe. But the note that I had is I didn't show the POV, but the people who were underpass, I believe it was the twins. They actually had the info of someone pushing mid and someone short, and eventually Jankon could have had another angle and make kind of traded or had a better position. That's what I noted. Something that I noted was that I also mentioned was exactly about this. Okay, that's the round. Okay, so basically, aim was also playing very safe ramp or cave. I don't know what's the call out. I will call it ramp because she was on those ramp stairs, whatever. But aim like never peaked, never really made any noise. Which could, if if she has done any noise, even a flash, it could be way helpful for the corn players to actually play. And at this point, before Kiara died, it would be a 3v1 because this guy was spotted already. And as you can see, they are doing 1v1 and then Mistem actually managed to kill, but right now it's a 2v1 where they are in different positions and they have clear info on him. Well, I'm not showing these two don't plug the demo, but let me watch about the con action in there because okay, this is the info. Yeah, this was what I tried to say. They actually messed it up because I mentioned Jenkon angle, and it was Naomi who actually should have done better in there, because she had the info and she could have picked earlier to eventually save Jenkon from dying. But what I want to watch is actually the connector in there because they actually come connected. And okay, in this moment, they know that there's one guy ticket, and that's exactly where you can see. I'm showing. I mean, I'm coming out, and I believe whenever they are saying, okay, I'm pushing short. This is smoked. I'm pushing short. Not short. I'm pushing con. I'm dumb. The ramp players should either at least in the minimum peak, so they have any info, because obviously it's not their fault and it's easy to fall, but well, the ramp plays took so long to actually do something, and aim actually really cheated to get the kill. And at this point, two players, because in this moment, you know that there's one side or city that actually died right now, and you will know that there are three people here. What I want to show, it's Kiara 7, I believe. 8. Okay, so as you can see, Kiara is worried with the jungle because she knew that there was someone either jungle or CT, but she's or Margaret, my bad, and she's taking so long. She did a smoke, she did a flash, and she's still exposed. She didn't have the awareness that would be someone short, and as you can see, she died behind because she took extremely long time. In my opinion, Kiara in here played Kiara and the Ram players played very bad because they had info of this guy ticket which someone managed to kill. They had the info of this player and it was a clear 3v1. Even if someone died, one of those died, they could eventually trade and they should have done way better than this. They played too passive, and in the first half I believe it was the mistake of NIP. They played really passive and they had a huge lack of aggressivity. And well, they just lost one round that I would say it was in their hands. And in here I believe Mistem will make the AK, and I believe that's actually the round where Naomi, yeah. Okay, so basically this is a very weird buy in my opinion, and I highly dislike because you have Mistem with imagine that they win, which actually will happen happily. Mr. will, if he dies, he will have very poor money, very poor buy, while the other players will have some good economy. Eventually, it could be with a pistol or something, because he will be extremely passive once again with the AK, and it's actually Naomi. Yeah, it's actually Naomi saving the round because the AK will do 0. Obviously, we gonna give huge credit for what we'll watch from Naomi, but Miss Time will do literally 0 with the AK. And if you have AK should play. I'm not saying to lead to do entries, but the AK should do way more than just staying behind and just staying not doing much. As you can see, she got the nades, she got the Molotov, she's 65. Very good at shot in here. I will just stick with the Airpov because she played sick in this round here. And as you can see now, they are aware of their back. They are going to have someone behind. And as you can see, they have 2 guns now, but where is the AK? 6, 7, 8, I believe 7. Like the AK is watching behind, so it's okay. She got 2 kills, 3. I got the other, and well, right now it's an impressive round from Naomi. She got 3 kills. It's a 3v1. There's nothing to up or bad, despite me messing up with them. This roll. This. Oh, why I miss Okay, it's this round. Okay, so as I was saying, she will do some crazy headshots here, all good 2 headshots. Although, in my opinion, they are absolutely spread. The city at this point could be anywhere in this jungle window city where it actually is. It could even be, with that timing, it could even be somewhere palace or eventually flanking. And they would have absolutely no protection, no cover from each other. So at this point, I would actually just run, because even if one of those players die, because imagine he's a window, he's listening someone short and kills. Okay, those are 2, and those 2 should play together. At this point, it's 3v1. You already are winning the round. You have a chance to get more guns. So at this point, just play as safe as possible. Just play together. Because in here, if the guy used the smoke, which actually did, there was a huge chance of he controlling the site because it was a 1v1 in there. This was a impressive round, but once again, if you watch, Mistem at the again I'm not complaining with him as a player. I'm complaining with the play itself. Like TAK did zero in that. It was absolutely sick round from Naomi because TAK did zero and we did TAK to actually get the kills. Because in normal circumstances, those rounds will not happen many times. And once again, as you can see, there's a smoke and the guy is peeking with the smoke. So this smoke that someone on NIP was doing is not great because if they want to dominate mid fast, top mid very fast, as they seem to want to do in the beginning of this match, this smoke will not be open, so the op can easily get one kill. Happily for them, they he whiffed, but in normal circumstances, it would be a easy kill for them. In here, as I said, I just wrote a good gun, good mount, some good teamwork, some good trades, covering. Missed them as info of this guy, and this guy has info of him as well. Some very good trades, got the trades. And it's a 2v2. Individual working on individual skills. And the timing here wasn't good, but it's a 2v1. It's a 1v1, I mean. I believe what the guy wanted was to play safe. I believe he's going short because at this point, if he's planting on A, he must be. Mistem, the reading of the city was Mistem will plant somewhere on site. Imagine that he's planting here because or most likely safe behind those boxes because the guy was ramp. So eventually you could be Palace. It could also be rotating to mid, but the team most of the rounds, most of those situations, the team stay waiting, do some fake plant one time twice to try spot the guy, and eventually whenever bet whenever they play a game and plant somewhere, the guy comes and kills him from behind. He decided to rotate, but the position in this decision is very good. I really like this position because if he plant on A, there's a very big chance of the guy crossing, and if he crosses, the city obviously have two chances. He can try to kill him, or he can just have a trigger discipline and come with no noise and play the game. Try to get the bomb, the defuse, and even he has a defuse, so he has much time for that. And if it's B, is right in there. It's like his short is super closey, so he could very fast. He could defuse very fast. The city in here will not play that great, but it is what it is. Happily for them. Very good round. It was super close. It ended up on a 1v1, but very good round from this time in there. He secured the round, and this is another thing that I don't know if he was doing the up for Gencon, but as you can see, aim is with Galil. So eventually, if they really wanted with a max gun power, he could eventually drop on Galil for aim. I don't know what was the call. Maybe she really wanted the Galil. You don't know. Okay, so I wrote about Naomi this round because someone is here close ramp. It's aim. Okay, so aim here died with the USP, and what you see is it's this moment here where I complained, or where I complain on my notes. As you saw, Aim was doing the entry. She sadly died. She should have passed the info like close left. I don't know what's the call out or that they use, but for sure something like one very close. And Naomi that was on ramp. She basically just just put a nade in the end, and that was, with all my respect, obviously there was absolutely no reason to get a nade in the end in that round, because you just had one player dying right in front of you, like super close. I'm sure that the call was like is close, either close left, whatever. So if someone dies close, there's absolutely no reason to push a nade, especially if you are staying in front of someone who's holding. And obviously you need to have that awareness. So once again, I believe Naomi awareness wasn't great in that round, although Stem managed to kill one, he managed to kill the two and got traded. And right now, from a round that had everything to be for NIP, you have a 3v2 a disadvantage with 3 guns, because this guy here, if he wants, he can have a gun as well in there. But I don't know if he's actually picking a gun. I mean, okay, it was a dumb decision from the city, because he could have picked the gun and he actually just spotted him with the sound clue. What happens here? Crude cross. Okay, so I know this was a good crosshair in here with the twins where Naomi will clutch it out. Yeah, they will line up, so obviously it was good. The cities didn't play that great. They could have like someone, okay, I'm holding man and someone just throw nades or whatever. And obviously it's easy to talk now, but yeah, Naomi didn't play that great in that round, but those decisions, this is why I'm sure NIP must have analysts, and that's why even being a ESEA match, that can easily happen on a impact match or other tournament or a cash cap, so obviously they need to fix those mistakes. Anyways, new round, last round of the first half. They are on this island. If they can make this round, it's very nice. Okay, so basically what I note here was that I believe someone stayed doing utility, eventually missed them, since he been doing many utility smokes. Okay, so something in my personal opinion, if you want to entry on a smoke that you really need to is a stair smoke, because you will for sure have someone in this corner here. The guy can be, sometimes they are like here under stairs, not really under stairs because it's not under stairs, but you know the call out. So I believe this stair smoke is crucial, and nobody smoked that at all. I don't know if this time is going to smoke. What is going to smoke? Okay, so he basically is going to smoke a jungle, and first those players here are showing up before the smoke. As you can see, they are already exposed. The upper guy could have killed one if he whiffed the shot, but only now at 134 the smoke pop off, and there are already two T's dead. So those are the timings that NIP should definitely improve, in my opinion. Because on me they had like at least 2 rounds where they came up before the smoke pop off, and now nobody smoked stairs, and the smoke that they use, they show up before the smoke pop off. So in my opinion they are doing utility, but whenever they are doing the utility they are not great at all. This is whatever, because you are not wasting time. Okay, so pistol round, I'm not really I just wrote good pistol round. Let's just watch it faster. They are on city now. They have one hit on Jenga and a smoke. Yeah, this was some very good crosshair placements in the pistol round or in USP, but still very good kills from them. Okay, so what happens now? Good anti-eco, so not investing much time with this as well. They decided to get like the shield against pistols. Chicken ID from me. Molotov. The sound though, I'm sorry for that. Okay, what happens? Okay, so basically what I wrote in this round that we'll watch now is that people didn't really help Jenkon that much in this round. Let's watch what happened. Okay, so Jenkon is playing mid as she is hopping right now. Okay, and at this point, I'm sorry, at this point, obviously there's someone forward mid, but at this point, I believe that NIP should decide two things. Even before that, because obviously you can understand someone is going to smoke window at this moment, and obviously by their acknowledge they really knew they would do smoke me. So that's why I disliked the NIP play, because you have one player mid too short and one window, and the window player is smoked, and whenever she is going to use the nade to actually try to help the team already, the team already are 2 losses. The nade didn't really work it out, but like she just saw them slightly. She took some damage, but she barely saw anybody, and it's already 3v2. So there was not a good teamwork in there. Obviously, in those situations, I would just say. Um, if I was showing this demo to an RP to NIP-Impact girls, I would just say at this point, in my opinion, either Jenkins just do utility through the smoke like a Molotov or the flash that hit this wall and explodes here, because it's not top tier at all, but well, still better than nothing. And the Molotov could eventually take one player here, or I mean one player in those parts here out of position, or make one player here a fallback to this spot. So there was a lot that could have done. Jenkon could have also jumped out mid and obviously do a flash to this place, to this side, so the players push this without being blind on. Actually, just make a high flash here, and the players here stay anti flash, and whenever the flash pop off they push. Like there was a lot that could have done better in this round, and I believe it was some bad communication on me. I don't know what happens here. Let me check. Oh yeah, Mistian will win this round for the NIP. NIP. I don't know how he managed to watch this. I mean, he actually. Yeah, so this was very sneaky. He could have, if this guy. Well, this guy couldn't have the bones. C4 couldn't have done much more, because if he ran, he would be smooth. Although, yeah, those two players, the T's should have played more connected. Like huge credit for them. Sometimes playing, it's about knowing how to take profits with the mistakes of the enemy team or the opponent team, and Mistem did it very well in this round. Okay, so it was a pause in here. Crazy round where an RP let this spread them, but they managed the situation well. One player almost threw the plant, but he planted and died. So let's watch what happened here. I mean, it's showing con. Okay, now it's corrected. Okay, so they were towards ups slash underpass. Bomb was ramp in the same location where Mistame actually killed the last guy. They are entering. So at this point, I would say it's one of those situations that if they execute A, NIP decides to play retake. If they go B, they actually try to contest the bomb side by their setup. The utility of the Ts was very good because as you can see, this player here that is jungle can easily kill this player because as info I will try. Like at this point, the Ts have very good information. And at this point they are completely spread. Kiara had a very important kill in here on A. She's suspecting, well, very good kill in there. Nice. Okay, this was what I didn't really understood. Like at this point, the guy should just try to plant and just watch his 100 HP, 61. Okay, so he took damage, and as you can see, 3 HP. So if that fight in there landed slightly more damage, he wouldn't even have planted because whoever was wallbanging could have killed him. So this was a very good. They managed to control the situations very well, and because they got too defensive because they fall back to CT, market, B, but the positioning of the T's were never like a huge threat. The only threat was whenever the guy was like in this event, I mean this little thing where you break to go mid, and killed one market and killed one killed Jenko that was falling back. Other than that, it was quite good though. Okay, so where is Naomi? Okay, so what I wrote in this round was that NIP played very well, choosing to retake instead contest the site, because sometimes you should actually, okay, you surrender the plant, you let him plant, although you play defensive because you can get more time to prepare the situation. Obviously you have to be the ones playing because whenever the is plant you have to defuse because just killing the enemies is not enough. Although you still play together, and if you are on a team advantage, this is basically well. She killed Naomi had 2 very important kills in here, and as you can see, they are retaking now because they just killed the support guy. And got the kill. She didn't saw the second, but whatever. The op could have won better in my opinion, but that's why I said sometimes you gotta, whenever the opponent gives you some liberty, you gotta, or make some mistakes, you gotta try to take a profit out of those mistakes, and NIP also did that very well in this round. Okay, so just pausing, as you can see, NIP won every single round until this round that we'll watch. They won 5 in a row. They lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If my math is correct, no, 7, 8, 9 players. If my math is correct. Okay, so in 5 rounds they didn't lost many players, and as you can see, they are 2 rounds of winning this match here. But I believe I said in the beginning that they won in the overtime. So for the D's to make it to overtime, NIP made many mistakes, and we'll watch what they did because at this point they are really comfortable in the match. They have nearly the double points of the of the opponent team, and they are in the technical easier side, or in the technical best side of the map. So let's see how NIP choked and what they did that I personally dislike. Okay, so let's start from here. As you saw, they bet that NIP bet that the T's would try to dominate mid, which actually worked for them in those rounds because they even managed to get one guy here. He had killed one market and Jenkon that was rotating here. Although those flashes, the flash were very good if those guys were pushing fast, but they weren't really pushing fast. So whenever AIM was in here, she should have passed the call like, okay, they are not out mid yet, so I would need another flash, at least one more flash, because imagine that the guys were actually blind with the last flash. If you I can put it back, but if you see um, the time, you can see that those flash took so long between the moment where the flash pop off and aim actually peaked. That was so long, so the guy would be zero blind for sure. So this was extremely fast disadvantage for NIP, and like the round just started, they pushed me the really bad one, played against eventually many to get the info. This is very good, yes, but like the execution, I will call it execution, was really poor because only one flash or two flashes, yes, but they were super early, and AIM had more than enough time to wait and get another flash, and by the time would be actually very good if she waited because she would see all the others. Although the T's of course played very well because they traded. Although from here it just managed. Well, one is very low because AIM ticked that guy, but they can just push one side, and in the max it would be 2-2. Or they can just do this, they can just trade it out. Yeah, the profit here because one player dies, and okay, those shots I said them multiple times before. I highly disagree with people with the op shooting. I said I don't know if it was in the NIP team or the old category 5 team. Whenever someone was smoke at the ramp and she was shooting there, I believe it was category 5, but still, because like the chance of that shot, if someone is like minimal, because the Jenkon has zero info. I mean, the only info is there's at least one outside because he just planted, and the other is unknown. So you are smoked. You can wait and eventually wait someone to push a smoke or get some info, or you can eventually just spot yourself with a scope or just get some timing. And you are just spotting yourself. So they at this point they know, okay, there's one up on market, kitchen, whatever. So Jenkon is literally just exposing her, and right now because they expose her, they are just on a 2v1 because they actually managed to kill Mistem. Eventually that could be a bait for the Mistem to play. But on a 2v1 on B, on a 2v2 on B, that's not really the greatest because tell me who is the player with the upper which will push two smokes on a retake on B-Mirage. I don't really believe many would do that, so obviously there was a chance of that being a bait or just someone trying the best and the way it is possible to get one kill through the smoke. I believe the mid play was bad on those shots. They could have just saved because as you can see they have rifles, at least 3 I believe. I would drop it. Yeah, MP9. They could have one MP9, 3 M4s and one op, and they decided to go for the round. Okay, what happens here? Okay, so basically this was some huge lack of communication or bad communication between Narcon and other past players. I'm not sticking with that because I'm taking too much to explain things in the other rounds. But basically the communication between the connected players and the underpass weren't great once again. So NIP sometimes have really bad communication. I have to say once again, I don't know how they are playing about the leadership. I don't know if they are playing with any IGL at this point. Well, still not having Astro is a huge difference because well, she's the usual Augur on IGL, so it's a huge difference. Although there are many mistakes which shouldn't really happen. And as you can see, okay, they lost 2 rounds. After winning 5, I would pause in this moment here, or after this moment, I don't know if they will if they okay, they will just get pistols. Uh, and off. Okay, so you have someone flashing. Early smoke underpass. Some good crossfire between Mistem and AIM. I'm played very safe and it actually will work there. There's a pistol there. I've got a very important kill in there. Okay, so the situation of this round was at this point you basically had 2 guns and the rest were one eco. One of those guns are down, which was Kiara question mark. Yes, Kiara, and you killed 2 other players, so you know that you have at least 3 guns dropped. Those 2 from the T's, one top mid, one under window. And you also know that your teammate died, I believe it was mid, somewhere like in here. So you know the location of at least 3 guns. And those 2 players, as you can see, Aim has a gun and she's quite low, but she has a gun she could have dropped. But there's not even a situation because you know you have info of the other you have the info of the other guns. And those 2 players don't have a gun. Mistem for some reason don't have a gun. And something that if I was, if I had a chance to talk with NIP and I would like to show this round, and I would like to ask him what was the call at this point. Like you are a 4v3, you have obviously 1 player advantage. You are basically doing 2A to B, I believe. And you can have a chance to get the guns and nobody picked a single gun, instead either regrouping like all 4 together just to make sure everyone would get the gun, and retaking, because you no matter what you still be in advantage to do that retake. You could either have just someone like aim. You could boost aim to this corner here, and the others would try to get the gun. Like there was everything possible for NIP, and they did exactly the worst possible thing, which was keeping the gun on aim, which was 7 HP, so she was like one sneeze and she would be dead. Missed them, could have had that weapon, he stayed with a pistol. Mistake could have rotated back to mid to get the gun, like the A players should have gone mid to get the gun, and they waited the round to be lost to actually react. Because at this point, what will you do? You will go to the rounds 2v3. You have no economy. You have 2 guns. Why only now? Obviously, you have no info. They could be holding somewhere, but that's why you could have like one player, one pistol if you didn't want us to lose. Or you can, okay, aim was very low. You could have put aim to watch like top mid. Just put aim to pick top mid. If there's nobody, you pick the guns there. You have at least one gun there. So like NIP could have done everything way better. And in my opinion, it was an extremely silly mistake in here for them. I don't really understand why they took so long to actually pick the guns. And what I also didn't understood was these decisions, because they will actually lose those guns here. So one open, one rifle lost. So this was not really helpful for NIP, but at least the op was down. So a big investment for the T's. But like, once again, I cannot really understand why NIP took so long to get those guns. Anyways. NIP. Okay, so I have the info or the notes that NIP decided to contest the run whenever they shouldn't have contested, because their positioning wasn't really providing a possibility of teamwork. So that's why I say that sometimes it's just better. Okay, at this point, yeah, they know it's a Mirage. You have someone short, actually managed to get 1 kill, but still, you have one mid, one on site, one market, and one CT, so not really together at all, and you are really contesting against eventually the full team, because if the team is entering on site, it would be dumb to have the players entering and the bomb or the majority of the team being not there. So basically, you just lost 2 players. Okay, it's a 2v2 right now, but at this point, the decision wasn't really great, because you had the kills, but you couldn't really make to. Sorry, you couldn't really make the best decisions. The team had 0 chance, and he still killed it very low. The team had a lot of chances to retake as a team, and they just decided to contest, and obviously that didn't really work out. I believe that's the round that we just watched. Yes, checkered. Okay. Anyways, so as you can see, there are not really a boss from NIP, and they made 5 in a row, and right now they conceded 4 in a row, and they barely got kills. So at this point, they should have paused like way before. I would pause after the second, because you were on a streak. Obviously, you will not have streaks, round streaks in every map, in every match, I should say. But you just had one. You were smashing on CT, and you had 2 where you didn't kill many players on the second round, obviously, because the buy wouldn't be the best. But there were many dumb decisions in those, with all my respect, obviously, many dumb weighted decisions in those 2 rounds. So you should have just paused to break the momentum, and instead that NIP just let it go and let them build the momentum, and they will actually. I'm not wanting to spoil it, but if I remember it correctly, they will actually started losing 11-12. So from 4 they will concede 6 on a row, I believe. 11. So they will have to search for the overtime, which is not really ideal at all after winning so many by such a big advantage. Okay, that is in here are have the read of the buy, so they were counting with a mid push or eventually just some info. Okay, this I didn't really understand. Like trying to jump on con, I don't know. It's just whatever. Okay. Anyways, just they did well. The buy wasn't really good for the NIP anyways. So 11-11, as you can see, they made 5, they conceded 5, 0 pauses, so like that's awful. I feel really upset when I see a professional team. Yes, they don't have the full team in this match, but still, you should do everything to win the round, and it's not like you are doing a dirty match, a dirty game if you pause. Like you have 3 pauses in the regular time, so just pause. You can use pauses, and impact teams barely use pauses. Most of those teams, and obviously you see the top teams pausing a lot, and they are good for some reason. Anyways, very good teamwork in here. Top tier flashes, top tier teamwork. That's exactly what they failed a couple times on with players on the connector, short, underpass, and window. They failed that teamwork, and this time it was simply perfect teamwork. It's not about the timing because obviously they don't have the radar hack, hopefully, but they don't have also the info. But they were playing too much one by one, and they played very well, very good. Although 2v2, and I'm not the fan of playing like this. I would still have something like I mean I could put instead of this I could put like I would I mean 4v2 and retaking would be a mess if they have the info of the bomb, they should play, in my opinion, very close as a team and very close to the bomb, something like someone ladder, because it would be safe. Someone like this, and you can also put someone jungle, like having the 4 plays connected, because imagine that they flash or something, or they can actually won the 1v1s here. It's a 2v2, even though they could be low with the fight, but they can, if they win the fights, they will plant, and it would be way easier for the after. As you can see, Genkon was playing for info while it's valid, I think. But at this point it's a 2v2, so this in general it was a 4v2, but in this situation it's a 2v2 for Kiara, and she has to defend the bomb site. And as you can listen, she just spotted, so they know, okay, there's one palace, and by the time they can have the awareness or the reading that the others would be behind. I believe that guy will push her palace. Yeah. And imagine from a 4v2, it's a 2v2 with the bomb down, and this guy is like half HP, but still. So just look the turn that this round just had. They spotted the guy, so at this point they know both. They know that there's one palace because Kiara, I believe. Yeah, Kiara just died palace and they know that there's the up city. Very good kill, and just look how super close it was for them to lose. And my bad, they actually started winning 12-11. I remember I watched this round and I was like, oof, what a miraculous cover from aim in there. Aim was very low, so if the guy decided to actually pre-fire it could have been tough. Okay, so how did they lost this map? This round, I should say. I have info that they had a very early kill at 120. Where was it, the kill? This nade was very good. Okay, 123. They have info of the back being mid. They have info of someone being low. So they should know that they are at least too low and they are going. But at this point, as you can see, it's a disadvantage because they already have lost 2 players. Amy is very aware of. She could have Molo, but obviously it's, well, it's me talking now that I can actually watch. Look, Naomi lost. The timing is, I'm sure that I'm cursed in there. So basically, once again, they kind of threw the advantage because that connector they could have just played. They could have just played safe. Obviously, it's super easy to say that now that we are watching this and we know that actually what happened, or I know from my notes and because I already saw this. Although, like, you have the advantage, you know that the majority of the players will be corn. The chance of you taking profit of this situation is very small because there are many smokes here. So obviously they would eventually expect two things: either one city being somewhere in the smoke to try get thief or punish even more and ending as soon as possible the match because it was a potential last round, or two, they will actually push the smokes and trying to get the timing or a good positioning, which actually happened both. And obviously the T's made it work. The 1v1 was quite close, the connected 1v1, but didn't work. Anyways, this is well, it wasn't their pause NIP, but this is something like these guys, I believe the guys paused at least twice and NIP paused 0 times. And this is quite good, quite big difference between many male teams and many female teams, and not really talking about any gender or anything because I don't really care about that. Although that's something I believe that the women teams still have to learn is about pausing more. It could have been any like minimal issue, like okay, my headphones is dying, whatever. Let me just pause to connect that or something like more related with that tactic. It could have been many things, but still it's still paused. It's still okay. We won the round. It's overtime. If it could have been tactical as well. But anyways, let's watch what happened. Okay, this was a good entry. I just worked close around, but Checkon couldn't clutch it out. Well, let's see what happened. 3v4, 3v3, 2v3, 1v1. Oh yeah, he will die with this one. Yeah, it was a very close run. For the first time in the QT, obviously because it was the first round, but they started losing. What happens here? Don't spawn. Okay, so I note that aim and Jenkon actually messed it up with the boost, and I believe it actually could have been good because this angle was actually very good for Jenkon. Although they are pushing. What happens here? Let me check. Okay. Very good kills from Jenkon. This kill hits it would be perfect. Okay, so basically this was a very good teamwork. This time is behind and Kiara is already spotted. She's spotting it. This is the difference in my opinion. This is like about that where there was someone kitchen with Yop, it was Jenkon and someone short. First, this is not an op, and this is a smoke where it's completely. This is a play. I mean, that is completely valid to someone try to bait the other player. First, because NIP barely had someone flanking, they didn't really had people flanking, and eventually it was the reading and one of the reasons why they never looked ups. Because if I show you the this POV or miss them, you will see that they never looked ups. I mean, watching the them, it's okay. We see it's way he's okay. They should have done this. They should have done that. But well, you can always still have okay, at least lookups just to make sure they never looked ups. Well, that's one mistake, and IP managed to took the profit out of it. Mistake managed to get the kills. Kiara still died, but he traded very fast. Good round, close but very good round. Okay, so now I have notes once again about Jenkon. I believe Mistime will push somewhere and eventually beat, and Jenkon is actually saving him or window. Yeah, exactly. As you can see, Mistem jumped out of on this box to kill the guy under, and before and after that, Jenkon killed two really fast. Obviously, the other were here, so Jenkon couldn't really do much more in there. But at this point, Mistem killed one, Jenkon killed two, and well, Mistem died. But they played very well. At this point, this is a very good situation. I believe NIP-Mirage should just play safe in there. There's one situations that sometimes they hold spots and they be like, okay, if we killed one, we play the rounds. If we don't kill until whatever time, we just save the guns because well they can buy, but still this side economy is a little better. I mean, easier to build, but still it's not like super easy. And this is overtime, so they made the rounds, but they also considered rounds, so they know that NIP is a good team, so you cannot just play randomly. That's exactly what they are doing while they are playing their game, and very well in my opinion. Just holding angles. She will get this kill, I believe. Yeah. Insane, whatever. Expected jungle. Kiara was on the balance, all good. Very good kill, and at this point it's a 1v1, so this wasn't the best in the world. I played amazingly well in this. She didn't have the instinct to sorry, she didn't have the instinct to try to trade instantly, and she waited for the flash. The flash could be good, could be bad, but at least she waited for the flash, so that's very good teamwork in there. As you can see, the girls were using utility, at least flashes, and Naomi and I mean the twins most likely were doing top tier flashes. This chicken, it was chicken flashing also very good flashes. What happens this round? Okay, so basically what I felt was, oh, I'm dumb. Sorry, they are on this side. Okay, so basically what I noticed that, well, as you can see, they went mid, and the support for the mid place was really poor. Like as you can see, they have uh 20 nades. Obviously, they are using one smoke here, and that's it. So basically, they used one smoke. I don't know why it's showing the smoke. Okay, she dropped the flash. So they invested even more than those nades here, and to get to players mid, and those two players mid don't have a flash. They have nothing. So just going to try against potentially three. This is a very good setup. With the three early mids. On team that I think that it kind of do similar on impact is Flag West Red from North America. I really like their city, their mid city, because when they really control very well the middle sector on city on Mirage, because they kind of make sorry they kind of make they kind of put three people as well, either con underpass if someone jumps window and short. So in those four spots they put three players. So if one player is in here on if they rush B, one player can eventually try to get one kill or just fall back. The same with A, because those three will always be together no matter what. So you can always retake as a team, which obviously will concede the economy for the T's, and the round will be against you, because now you are the team that actually wants to play, because you need to defuse. But at least you are as a team, you are not spread, you are not risking going into 1v2, 2v3, and even worse sometimes. But yeah, basically this was the round. Well, it's 5v3. There was a flash, and as you can see, whenever NIP uses flashes on the utility, they can actually get some kills. It started with two NIP players dying, and it ended with only two cities alive. So the round wasn't the mid round was not bad, but the early round was bad. Anyways, it is what it is. In here I just wrote that good round, but the cities just played better in general, so I'm not really sticking. I don't think there's too much to say about it. They put two window. I don't think one actually expected that. Well, they won 1v1s. The timing was also not great for NIP, so I'm not really sticking too much with this. Anyways, it's not like a super crucial round, even though whoever wins this round secures the overtime, the overtime, so it's an important round, but not the most important. Anyways, at this point, no one. Got one kill. Okay, so NIP has to win this round no matter what in order to go to the second overtime. Okay, so I want to... Okay, so they managed to pass, and what I like is that they will actually throw they will throw some utility on Like, okay, they smoked once again, so they are not giving much space for the op to play. The op has no EG. Kiara died on ops, but still, the guy rotates because just to play safe. They are together on the. She has info. She spotted herself. Okay, this was, I will not say a bait, but this was very good anyway. I didn't understand the decision here. I don't know if it was like trying to knife or something, because if for any reason the guy looked connected in there, it could have died, but it's still kill. And that kill, as you can see, those market players all looked towards A because they were like, oh, there's someone A, they can still rotate even though they were already on B. So at this point, the cities were completely confused and they were completely wrapped up. So if the NIP just played like together with crossfires and didn't really push the fights, they would win this round. Well, this was an all 1v1. Jenkon will actually dance with the guys. It will be quite funny. When I saw this, I listened the shot, the up shot. I was like, oof, so close. Anyways, it is what it is. Another overtime. This time they will start on this side. 30 round. Okay, so basically the difference on mid, in my opinion, what did I like on NIP? First, they kind of played safe to pass because they smoked here, or there was some smoke, top short or top mid, whatever you wanna call it. And then obviously they smoked the window. Imagine those are technically smokes. Okay, my drawing is very bad, but whatever. And whenever they played mid, they were always worried. They were always making sure they wouldn't die from the Conan short, but they were smoking, and whenever the smoke is almost extinguished, they were already smoking again, so they weren't really giving much liberty for the op to play, and they stayed together, and the B played, in my opinion, did amazingly well. I don't remember who was, but she Molotov like Van, and she managed to kind of bait uh, the player that was here, so the NIP players could push short towards B, got traded, and they dominated P. So in my opinion, I really liked the decision. They were aggressive, and well, I can say, just to make it quicker, that after this last round that NIP won to make this second overtime, the cities didn't really have a big answer. They had very close rounds in this overtime, but I will spoil that NIP didn't lost a single round in this. They took some damage here, but like they went super aggressive. Basically, they did this almost every single round, and it actually worked well. They got one kill because it just worked. There's a smoke, and they will try to get those guys here. They're completely blind. They know that there's one more in there. They know that there's one upstairs. Huge teamwork there, because even if Miss them died, there would be someone possible to trade. This guy killed one, but the Kiara was already on CT with someone else, so huge teamwork. Round 2, they did exactly the same, although they will kinda almost lose, but still. This passage wasn't great from Naomi, she didn't even jump, but whatever. She planted out 3v4, although if NIP managed to overtake this Okay, so in my opinion, I believe these Kiara plays were purely luck. I'm not saying it was pure luck because she's bad at all, but as you can see, like the flash pop, like something like here, in here, I will say, like as you can see, this is this wall, and the flash popped like here, so they would never ever be blind. And Kiara still decided to peek, and she actually killed one. She's smoking and she's peeking before the smoke pop off. So she managed to win this round because this round was technically, I'm not say lost, but it was very hard for them to win. Although the cities don't have a good buy, so they have to save no matter. Uh, they didn't got a kill, so it's one of those situations that I mentioned. If the guy that was test managed to get one kill, they would know depending which player would die. But if it was the side one, they would know, okay, there's one CT, the other is unknown, but they would have a utility for at least a defuse, the ninja defused attempt. But the economy was bad. They just saved very good. They will almost lose a player that I believe they won't lose anyways. This is looking great for NIP. Just like the first overtime, they start very strong. Even though in the opposite side they start very strong. And yeah, as you can see in these situations, like, oof, if you watch this, okay, 3v5, well, they are aware. Will they really make it 3 times in a row? Will they manage to win this round? But very good teamwork. A good flash from Kiara and Jenkon got the kill. Kiara got one 1v1 there. So from a 5v3 it will go to a 3v2, 3v3 really fast. And bomb is not down, they are throwing a utility to get an easier plant. I believe, who's this player? It's Kiara. I believe Kiara listened the nade, like the pin, because you can actually listen that. That's why she cancelled the plan. The Mistime was very aggressive there on playing with the smoke. Tichenkan was also playing very well. Okay, so basically they are just one round away to win this match. Hopefully they don't choke like they did before. Although they are, as I said, in my opinion, whenever they did some aggressive decide as a proper team, like with utility, with flashes, they actually played very well. I believe even on impact, if they NIP do more like that, they can actually get even better because all those players are good. Obviously, I was quite recent to the team, but all those 4 players here plus Astra, in my opinion, it's the best. And they have a way. They have a much quality team. And once again, with the very good flashes, they will start on a disadvantage. This time on CT. Let's see what NIP can make it to. 4v2, Kiara, Jagon failed the kill on the ramp, although he played safe. She got the kill con, missed them through the zone, managed to kill another. She must, okay, can be rotating, it's not coming ramp, must be rotating, just go B. And I like and dislike because in the being spread on a 2v2 in the best scenario it will be a 1v2, so in the best scenario it is already a disadvantage, so I don't know. He still managed to get this kill, so very well played. The movement whiffed in there, but playing safe eventually thought it could be like a fake. The T is playing very well in here because just waiting for any noise. Yeah, at this point he's listening the noise. He's just dancing just like Jenkon danced with him. Jenkon will get the kill here. And GG anyways, as you can see, just looking, oh shit, I couldn't show that. But as you can see, imagine that Jenkon actually whiffed that shot. Miss M was right behind that guy at the time, and like that positioning, that teamwork was very good. And in my opinion, the NIP failed many times to play like this. Like if you want to force the fights, at least make sure that you can be traded, or you can at least put enough fight back um, to the opponents. And towards the end of this round, NIP played simply perfect. Very good teamwork, very good flash assists, especially from Jenkon, even though Kiara blind more. Jenkon, I believe Jenkon flashes had a lot of impact. Aim also supports very well and spots the opponents very well, and the other players played very well. I believe in a way or another, each one of those teams bring one round on them, like Naomi with the Deagles, Mistem with a clutch, Jenkon as well, and obviously utility and support in general. So NIP is a really amazing team, in my opinion. As I said, I don't know how they are playing right now, like if they are having a leader or not, or a captain, IGL, whatever. I don't know what are the callouts, but they are playing very well. Under the pressure, they are playing very well, and I really like that because personally, I like this team. Although, yeah, they are. I believe they are a team that today they are playing very well, and tomorrow they make really bad mistakes, and they keep hitting the mistakes, and they don't hit they don't ask for pauses. They just keep it going, and sometimes it gets into a snowball, and obviously it's really hard for them, for any team to actually win on a snowball situation. Anyways, this was a couple days ago, I believe, like 3. GG's for NIP. I know that I did another NIP in my previous demo review. Once again, this is zero professional from me. I'm just really giving my point of view of everything. So I really hope nobody on NIP and any other teams be offended. I'm not a professional at all, sadly, and yet. Although, like if there's anything that people want me to say, or any feedback or any suggestion, please just let me do. Any suggestion of a team to watch it. I'm mainly focusing the impact teams, if that's okay. But any suggestion, please just let me know. It's fun for me watching the teams. I personally watched all or most of the EU, NA, and SA teams, so it's a pleasure to watch those incredible players, even on ESEA matches. So just let me know anything you wanna let me know. Even if you think, okay, the analysis are really bad, I really dislike that. Or even any team, imagine that NIP didn't really wanted me to keep watching their matches, just let me know, and obviously I will respect decisions. Um, that's the minimum I can do. If there's any team that doesn't want me to talk about them, just let me know. Obviously, I'm not really talking to expose anything. Plus, everyone have access to this demo. It's in the Faceit website, so it's not like I'm anti-strat anybody or exposing anything, because anybody can watch this. But like literally anything that people might want to tell me, just feel comfortable to. Um, I believe whoever watched this will be from Twitter or from YouTube, but I will share the link on Twitter. So just my DMs, I believe, are open. So just DM me anytime. And Jesus, thank you so much for whoever watches this.